I'm on the time. Do mala jam, do mala Santa. Uma once a car, do my jumper. But then I got close, he gave me expo. Sign up a low for linter. Hey, now my story don't change. He gave
Good
me
morning
some
or
from a
good
seed to a
afternoon,
sin, now the blessing
depending on your time and your location.
for
I want to welcome you back to this channel, Tesuva. It has been a while, but we were trying to upgrade ourselves to come back in a better way. And today, we want to discuss on something that is very, very important, and I think it may benefit one or two people outside there in the world today because it is a message that is very, very, uh, let me say, useful or that can be useful to this present generation. And our topic today is saying no. Learn how to say no. Learn how to say no. And we are going to look at the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18 to 20. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18 to 20, and see what it says before we continue. It says, flee sexual immorality. Every sin that a man does is outside the body, but he who committed sexual immorality sins against his own body. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your own? For you were bought at a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. This is what the Bible says. And we are going to see what we have here in our message today. It says, saying no is an act of standing your ground and not letting people take advantage of you. Bible makes us understand that we should let our yes be yes and our no be no. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 37, something sometimes you end up disappointing people because you were not able to say no when you should have. So it is important to learn not to be a yes person all the time. Don't be a yes person all the time. Saying no does not make you less than you are. Sometimes, when we stand our position, it is a plus for our personality and character. Learn how to say no. Sometimes, don't be a yes person every time. Anytime somebody comes to you, this is what I want, this is what I need. Don't be a yes person because you don't want to offend people, because you don't want somebody to feel offended. Don't be like that. Sometimes say no. Some of these things that makes you say no, it adds to your character. It makes people to know that he's not the kind of a person that anytime you go to him, everything that you ask is going to be yes, yes. It can be dangerous for you. It can be very, very dangerous for you. So this is why we are going to talk about this today. Because a lot of people are over there in the world. They cannot say no. Anytime somebody comes to them for something, every time they say yes because they feel like if I say no to this person, he may be offended, he may feel bad, or he will not be happy. But let me tell you something. It is not also good to be a yes person every time because sometimes it can be a very, very dangerous thing to your own self. Be very careful. Before we continue, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. That is the only way that you can help us grow faster. And like I said, I apologize. It has been a long time we didn't come out on this channel to say one or two things. Because like I said, we are trying to upgrade ourselves and still we are still in the process of upgrading ourselves to make sure that this channel is great, to make sure that this channel is big. So we are going to continue from our teaching today. We are going to see in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18, what it says. It said, the fear of saying no also stems from the urge to avoid conflict. Listen, the phobia of saying no. What is the phobia of saying no? It is to avoid conflict. Some people they say no to avoid conflicts. If you know that this thing that these people are asking me, I cannot do it, or you know within yourself that this is it will not end well, please don't say yes when you can easily say no. Avoid that conflict. Don't make people have that hope in you that you can do what they are asking you to do. And at the end of the day, you end up disappointing them. And some people don't even end up by saying that I thought he was able to do it. You will see that you're bringing down yourself because of you were, let me say that you wanted to please people. You wanted to make them see you as a good person. No, it shouldn't be like that. If you cannot do it, just say no. Avoid that conflict. Avoid it. Also, because we do not want to be confrontational, we do not want to be confrontational. Let me tell you something. I have an experience in this case. That's the reason why I'm even talking about it. And I'm sure a lot of people are over there in the world are in the same situation. People want you to do some things that they themselves will not want to do such things. They will never want to do such kind of such things. But then they will now ask you to do it. And if you say no, they will confront you. They will see you as a bad person. They will paint you black because you just refuse. Because you just say, no, I cannot do this. Let me tell you, if somebody comes to you proposing something that this is illegal, don't do it. Whether at work, in your home, within your friends, but most of the time outside there in the world, people will want to do things that are illegal, which they themselves they will not do, but they will ask you to do it. And if you say no, they will automatically see you as an enemy. You don't have to be that kind of a person. Don't care whoever that is going to confront you because of you saying no to what they are asking you to do, especially if it is something that's not good. Never do it. Because we also do not want to hurt the other person's feeling. Just like what I was saying, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want them to see that, oh, they are sad. Let me tell you a quick story. I think I've made a video of this in my TikTok page where they were asking me to do something at my workplace to celebrate something that I know that this thing is not good, to celebrate Halloween. I know the foundation of Halloween is demonic. And the Bible told us that it said anything that is evil or even to appear to be evil, run away from it. I told her that I cannot celebrate Halloween. The thing was like a problem. It automatically became a problem. Like I started seeing all kind of behaviors, all kind of like characters started coming out. But guess what? Immediately I started looking at Joshua, the book of Joshua chapter 1 verse 9. He said, be strong. Don't be fearful. Be courageous. Stand strong. If you know you are in the truth, don't be afraid to say no. And don't care whatsoever they are going to do. Because God is always going to be there to support you, to strengthen you. But thank God for me in that case, because when I say no, somebody was there that understood what I was trying to say. I'm not going to partake this. But had it been accepted, it's like I'm dancing to the tune of the devil, or it's like whatever that comes to me, I will accept. No. Don't be that kind of a person. Don't be that kind of a man. Don't be that kind of a woman. That anything that comes to your way, you easily say no. Trust me. Those people that are still asking you to do those kind of things or such things, they will look at you as a fool. Because what they will say that anything that you ask him to do, or anything that you ask her to do, she accept. So you will say that anytime they come out with foolish things, they'll bring it your way because they know you easily accept. It doesn't be like Christian is not like that. Some people they want to be like Christian. Oh, Christians are so good. Of course we are good, but that doesn't mean that you have to accept anything. Jesus Christ himself accepted something and he refused some things. When the devil comes to Jesus Christ and said, oh, if you are the Son of God, or if you are truly the Son of God, change this stone to bread. Jesus Christ refused. And I'm 100% sure he was able to do it. but he refused. When the devil told him that the devil took him to the pinnacle of the temple, said, "Jump," because the Bible says that if you jump, God will give charge to His angel to carry you. He know Jesus Christ know that the devil is quoting the Bible to go against him. Jesus Christ still refused. Another case, when they were in the temple and he see them changing exchanges of money in the temple, he chased them away. He refused that. He doesn't want that. So why should you be the one to accept anything that comes your way because of you want to please people, you want to make somebody feel happy about it? Whether you please them or not, they are still going to go against you. So why not you stand your ground to something that you know that this is the positive things? Don't be a yes person every time. Number four, he said, because we do not want to lose relevance and associate. And this is what usually happens. When you say no, people usually go against you. People that is when now you will realize that, oh, this person is not actually my friend. He was actually a person of interest. So if they cannot get that interest in you, automatically they turn to be an enemy. And if you are a kind of a person that you always say no, believe me, you will have a few friends, very few. Don't accept anything that comes your way. Don't accept anything that comes your way. Don't say yes every time for you to be relevant, for you to feel like involved. No. Never do that. Don't be that kind of a person. You just want to please somebody. You just want to be relevant. You just want to be like fitted in. No, don't be like that. If you are a child of God and you want to fit in a society that doesn't belong, that you don't belong to, when they want to remove you, they will kick you out of that place. So don't be like that. Don't try to please anyone by saying yes to everything they bring to you. Learn to say no. Learn to say no, especially if it is something that is wrong, something that is not good. Learn to say no. We are going to see examples of people that were like that say yes to anything that comes to them, or that say yes to things that should to things that they should have easily said no, and they would have escaped the wrath of God. They could have escaped it, but they say yes because of they wanted to please somebody. Maybe they wanted to get something from somebody. They say yes because of it. So when we are seeing this in our world today, it's happening. So learn to say no. But let's see what the Bible says about these people. Example of those that refuse to say no. Let's see. Remember King Jehoshaphat, who nearly lost his life when he refused to say no to demonic offer. You can see that in 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 4 to 32. 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 4 to 32, which is a long verse. We are not going to read it. But if you can read it, please read 1 Kings, I repeat again, chapter 22, verse 4 to 32. Sorry. Joseph refused to say no, and he nearly lost his life. He received offers of what? Demonic offer, which we have today. So people, if they want something from you, they want to bribe you. They want to give you things that you cannot easily say no. They will give you a gift. Now let me tell you something. Something happened. There's this guy that anytime he comes to work, he will give the manager, like the director, gift. There's a particular day he wanted something from them. They could not say no. They have to give it to him. That is the reason why it's not every gift that comes your way you have to accept. It's not every gift that comes your way you have to accept. Some gift you have to actually reject them. But guess what? That same person gave me a gift. My wife is a witness. I kept the gift. Because immediately I took the gift from him, something told me that this gift is not for you. I kept it. I kept the gift for almost like a month plus, and the gift is not there. Until one particular day, the guy wanted to take a move. I said, no, it doesn't work like that. I don't do things. I don't do such things. The gift he gave me, I put it back to him intact. Nothing was missing. He was furious. He was mad. He was like, what? He was like asking, what is the problem? What did I do wrong? What did I? But guess what? The time I returned back the gift to him, he himself know that there's a limit that you can get in the life of this person. It was not disrespectful, but I know those kind of people, they will come to you in a way that you cannot say no because you collected something from them. So there are some offers that comes your way you cannot accept because you are a child of God. You cannot accept. Joseph and Mary Moses' life. That is a big lesson right there. Let's look up another one again. Remember Balaam that received gain of deception for not saying no. You know the story of Balaam when they asked him to curse the Israelites. When he refused to say no, at one point he was refusing, but those refusing that you are eyeing something, you want it, but you are pretending like you don't need it. You say no, and if such situation comes along your way, people usually know. People used to know that you like this thing, but you are just trying to pretend. But then they start giving him, pressuring him. He took it. And it was not a good end for him. It was not a good end for him. So, it's not every time somebody gave you a gift, you need to accept. Or it's not every time somebody requests something from you, you need to give it up easy. No. Check the thing. I'm not saying that you should be a no person every time. No. I'm not saying that. That is not my point. The point I'm trying to make here is that when something comes along your way, when somebody gave you something, try to know what is this for. Or if they ask you to do something, try to check it again. There was an incident that happened in a particular church. At our church, let me go to the point. So at one point they were like, we have to go against this person. We have to go against this pastor. We have to go against this woman of God, the pastor's wife. So everybody was like saying, we have to write or say something against this person. And a lot of people did. But guess what happened? People that were actually asking other people to go against that woman, they end up being in the same situation. So what is going to happen in such kind of a case? That's why you have to be very, very careful. If someone asks you to do some certain things, think before you do it. Especially if it involves going against people. Especially people that don't do anything to you. They don't do nothing to you. Gehazi refused to say no to flesh, prompting to sin and later got leprosy. You can see that in 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 20 to 27, 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 20 to 27. He refused to say no when he should have just allowed the thing to just pass by. But what his master Elijah rejected, he ran after those people, asking them to give him back those things that his master refused. And guess what happened? The sickness that was in Naaman came to him because of just he refused to say no. It would have been simple just to obey, go with his master, and everything would have been settled. But he refused to say no. Another one is Esau. And you can see that in Genesis chapter 25 verse 32. Genesis 25 verse 32. When he was hungry, he came to his brother Jacob. He said, give me some food to eat. His brother told him that if you want me to give you food, you have to sell your birthright to me. With food. Imagine birthright, something that is more higher. You cannot even compare them with food. But because of he can't easily say no to those kind of demand, he just accepts. Thinking that maybe I'm just saying it, let me just fool him. Sometimes the words you speak, you have to be very, very careful of things that comes out of your mouth. Sometimes they may appear to be like a joke, but spiritually, they are already written down. He said no. But when the time comes to take the birthright, Jacob, take it away from me. That was when he realized that he made a mistake. And he was pushing Jacob to eliminate him when it was too late. Now, the last point before we go to conclusion is Absalom. Because he was so ambitious, like the ambition he had was like great. He wanted to take the place of his father, which is what is happening in the world today. A lot of people cannot just say no to some certain types of ambition. The ambition that Absalom had, it was not a bad thing, but he could have wait for your father to go in a peaceful way, in the right way, then you take over. But he was so eager to take the place his father had. He was willing to take out his father, kill him, and take the kingship. Which is happening in our world today. If you help somebody today, be careful. The person may turn up or gang up against people to go against you. Somebody said, if you have a young lion cub, you feed it. He said, no, sorry, he said a dragon. If you have a young dragon and you are feeding it, the day it becomes big, it will turn back against you and eat you. So you have to be very, very smart. You have to be very, very wise. You have to open your eyes very wide to know who you help in this present time. Because the same people you help can turn up against you. They can turn against you and destroy your life. But Absalom refused to say no. And what happened? He ended up dead. He was killed shamefully. And it's happening today. If you gang up against somebody, especially people that help you one time, you think that you're going to be free, you're joking. You're making a big mistake because it will come back to you. It's karma. If you do something bad, one day or another, it will come back to you. The same way, if you do something good, it will still trace. It will still trace back to you. So you have to choose very smart. Learn to say no when it's necessary to say no. Don't be a yes person every time. Don't be somebody that anytime people comes to you, they can easily find their way out. If that is the case, you will not even matter to them. You will not matter to them. The conclusion is saying that it is very important that we do not make ourselves yes men and women. And at the end, we are then seen and regarded as unreliable people. Of course, if you are a yes person, every time people they will see you that you are not reliable. Because there are sometimes people even need you to say no. Some people are expecting you to stand your ground and say, oh, this thing is not going to happen, it will not take place. I will not accept this. Like I said, God Himself doesn't expect you to be a yes person every time. When temptation comes, He accepts you to refuse. He accepts you to reject them, to deny them. Some temptation even asks you to run away for your life. Don't be somebody that always say yes. You always agree even when you know that this is not convenience for you. I mean, it is not acceptable or it is not favorable for you. But it's still because you want to please somebody, say yes. Don't do that. Don't do that. He said it is important to always say no to sin, and anything that look like sin, say no to it. You will see that in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 22, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 22, and James chapter 4, verse 7. James chapter 4, verse 7. Learn to say no to sin. Very, very important. Anything that is ungodly, don't say yes, say no. Because it is ungodly. It's that even if it appears to be ungodly, say no. But today people are doing certain things. You didn't know this is not, there's nothing wrong with this. When it is ungodly, if you check the foundation of those things, it is ungodly, it is evil, but they're still doing it. That's why now you will see music of the world, you see them in church. Dances of the world, you see them in church. Because why? People see that, oh, this is not it. So thank you so much and God bless you. Learn to say no. And please subscribe to this channel. See you next time. God bless you.